What is up, everybody? It's Connor from Unscripted, back again with another video. In today's video, we have some crazy CDL roster mania news to discuss, and as always, we are doing it off the script. So I literally just got done recording a video that will come out tomorrow. I checked Twitter and I see this, so big news, obviously. Crone here, CDL Intel says can confirm the rumors of Paul X joining Royal Ravens to start in place of Parasite are true. Can also confirm I've heard Venom to LA Thieves, but unsure if anyone is getting benched for Thieves yet. So some to unpack here. First off, the big news obviously is Parasite being replaced by Paul. Paul coming from Wester, of course, one of the top amateur teams in the Challengers, and a very good amateur player. I don't follow Challenger super close, so I don't know if he plays the flex role. I would assume he plays that kind of role because Parasite was running an AR, but also an SMG at times. So I would assume he is a flex player. Regardless, though, Parasite has not been great. He's had his struggles, but he also has been a vocal leader for them. So that'll be an interesting role to see how Paul replaces him in that regard. But as you see here, Paul did have this little cryptic Twitter message 2 hours ago. I don't know if this was alluding to the news of him replacing Parasite or not, before we knew it. And his bio does still say Wester, for whatever that's worth. I mean, I guess it's not, he probably won't put it in his bio until it's officially confirmed by the league. And then Parasite also said earlier, never lucky. Again, I don't know if he was alluding to being replaced on the roster or not. I don't think he's been their worst player for what it's worth, but I do think he was the player most likely to be replaced just because he wasn't even supposed to be on the team in the first place. Obviously, he was the late replacement for Zero, so I guess they figured, he wasn't ever meant to be there. He filled in for us. We didn't do anything, so get him out of there, get somebody else in. And obviously, they're getting one of the best amateur players that you'd find. A good pickup for them. I think they definitely for sure needed a change, and we will see how it goes for them. But Parasite to the bench for the Royal Ravens. Well, I shouldn't even say I assume to the bench. I assume he's not getting released outright, but either way, he will not be in their starting lineup come stage 2. And then also the news, Venom to the LA Thieves, whether that's true or not, and if he'll be starting or just on the bench, not sure yet. But that's kind of big news too. Now, again, I don't follow the Challengers super closely, but I would assume Venom is a submachine gun player, which obviously the replacement would be Temp if it were to be a replacement where Venom would be joining the starting lineup. Temp definitely has been the worst and most inconsistent player for the LA Thieves this year. He's had some good games, but he's also had some very bad games, as you'll see actually in the video that's coming out tomorrow. I just talked about this. But yeah, that's got to be the change. If they're going to make a change, it has to be for Temp. Slasher hasn't been great, but you're not going to replace Slasher. Kenny has been inconsistent, but when he's on, and you're obviously not going to replace Kenny. And TJ's been their best player. So if these rumors end up being true and Venom does join the LA Thieves, it will have to be in place of Temp. I can't see it going any other way. But yeah, big news here for sure from Crone. Not very surprised by either. LA Thieves making a change, if they do make a change again, not official, or if he's just coming on as a sub for now, but it's not a huge surprise to me. It could come as a surprise to some, but really, Temp, he's really been holding them back in my opinion. I think with a stronger fourth, they are right there with the top teams in the league. They're top 3 in search win percentage, I believe, which kind of surprised me. I did not think they were that good at search, but they were, mostly thanks to TJ. But they've been a good respawn team, so they can be up there, and replacing their weak link is a good thing for them. Some of these middle tier teams, might not want to make replacements yet, see what they got, but the LA Thieves, it might be pedal to the floor for them. Let's see what we got. Let's get somebody new in there, and let's try to win something. I don't know, but the London news not surprising at all. I mean, they didn't win a single match. They needed to make a replacement. Like I said, I don't think Parasite has been the worst player, but he definitely makes the most sense in terms of being replaced. He was just the odd man out on this team. He wasn't on the team originally, so that makes sense there. And the other little tidbit of news I will cover here while I am here, as you see, the Stage 2 groups were announced in a little video the CDL posted earlier today, I think at noon. Not many big surprises, I don't think. Maybe LA Thieves getting picked before the Subliners is a little bit of a surprise. And Florida, these teams ranked Florida, or at least whoever picked Florida, ranked them as a top 6 team, which despite them, I think, winning one league match in the last stage, they did okay at the major, but obviously, like me, I'm kind of the same way. I am higher on Florida than they showed in Stage 1. The pros must feel the same way. So, Group A, we have Atlanta, LA Thieves, Subliners, Ultra, Gorillas, and London. Group B, we have Dallas, Chicago, Florida, Paris, Minnesota, and Seattle. So, pretty balanced groups in my opinion. At first, I thought B was the strongest group, but based on the first stage results, Group A is the strongest because Phase was 1. I think FaZe, Thieves, Subliners, and Gorillas were all top six. So they have four of the top six from stage one, and Empire and Chicago are the only top six teams from their side. But I do think Florida is better than they showed. I think Minnesota is certainly better than they showed. And even Paris, I think, is a slept on, underrated team who can give some of these top teams some fits, no doubt in my mind. So, I mean, obviously, London and Seattle were going to be the last two to go, but it's kind of like LAG was top six, but I mean, look where they were picked. They were picked 10th. So, kind of like me, the pros are kind of like me. They don't think LIG is as good as they showed in the stage one, especially with Crossroads Hardpoint probably being out of the rotation now. They might really struggle because that was really their only reliable hardpoint. But Toronto made a change as well, so who knows what they will look like. LA Thieves, like we just said, might be making a change. London making a change. So Group A could look very different, at the end of the group play from what it looks like right now. This is just what we know right now. I think it's pretty balanced, and it should be a good stage two for sure. So that's going to wrap up this quick little news video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like on the video. I really appreciate that. It would help me out a lot. Leave a comment down below as well with your thoughts on any of this news, these roster changes, or the group selection. And subscribe to the channel as well if you are looking for CDL news updates as well as original content, as you'll be seeing tomorrow. I have a video coming out ranking all 48 players from Stage 1, so be sure to tune in for that. That's going to wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good day, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.